Upgrading the Sarkhan Dragonsoul Core Set 2019 Planeswalker deck. Hey everyone, it's vmcampos, Magic fan. I've got another Planeswalker upgrade video for you. This deck tech will help you improve the Sarkhan Dragonsoul Planeswalker deck from Magic's Core Set 2019. Core sets are pretty cool in that they are a little simpler to get started off. They've got a complete 60 card deck that you can get started and playing with right away, and then you can upgrade it. So that's what this video is all about. This video is focused to beginners and intermediate players who want to upgrade the Planeswalker deck in a cool and interesting way. We're going to focus on common and uncommon cards in this build, because you can of course make any deck amazing with enough money, rares, and mythics. So we're going to focus on Core 2019, commons and uncommons only in this build. So every deck needs a win condition, and you get the hints about how to win in the various packaging here. Sarkhan worships and communes with dragons, taking on their power as his own. Mobilize his mighty draconic forces to incinerate your opponent's defenses and expose them to an aerial attack. And in the how to play this deck, we have Sarkhan's dragon allies can fly over an opponent's defenses to hit their target directly. Anything that tries to get in their way falls to their fiery breath. Pressure your opponent with hasty creatures and burn away any blockers they cast, keeping them on the defensive until you can start casting your giant dragons. Then call Sarkhan to strike the final blow as you blaze a path to victory. So the idea here is burn, direct damage, haste, and dragons. Let's see how we can improve this deck. We get started off here with Goblin Motivator. For 1 red mana, you get a 1/1. Tap it to give another creature haste. That's nice. I want a full set of this. So I'm going to take out an Act of Treason and put in a Goblin Motivator, and take out the Thud and put in another Goblin Motivator. I want a full set of that. Now let me get back to this in a moment. The Act of Treason and Thud is a really cool combo that I like. Let me get back to that later. We're going to keep the Vmcampos Pyromancer. For 2 mana, you get a 2/1 wizard, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. Pretty cool. You drop it, and right away it's doing damage. So I want more of them. I'm going to take out the good old Meteor Golem and add another Vmcampos Pyromancer. We've got a pair of Onake Ogres, which I'm going to take out completely, and instead put in 2 more Hostile Minotaurs to make 3 of them here. And I'm going to take out 1 of the lands to put in another, and have a full playset of the Hostile Minotaur. For 4 mana, you get a hasty 3/3. So hits the battlefield running, starts being very hostile right away. Now I did take out a land, and that's because this deck has 26 lands, way more than you usually need of 23 to 24. So I removed 1 land for 1 more Minotaur. I'm going to keep the Spark-Tongue Dragon as is. No changes on that. For 5 mana, you get a dragon, 3/3 flying. And whenever it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 and a red, and when you do, it deals 3 damage to any target, player, creature, planeswalker. This is sort of like a simpler kicker, so if you pay a little bit more, you get a little bit extra, so keeping both. I'm going to keep the Demanding Dragon. For 5 mana, you get a dragon, 5/5 flying. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target opponent, unless that player sacrifices a creature. So that's some cool either removal or big damage. Keeping that one. We've got Volcanic Dragon, keeping these 2. 6 mana, 4/4 flying and haste. So it'll be able to attack right away. And even these other ones that don't have haste will get haste with your playset of the Goblin Motivator. Very nice. As I said, there are 26 lands. I'm going to take out 3. I took 1 out for a Minotaur. I'm going to take 2 more out for more Volcanic Dragons. A full playset of hasty 4/4 dragons. Nice. I'm going to leave the classic Shivan dragon for 6 mana, 5/5 dragon, flying, and for 1 red mana it gets +1/+0. You're going to be so full of red mana, this can easily become like a 10/5 creature, flying. This is one of the exclusive cards, number 300. Any cards over 290 are exclusive to this Planeswalker deck. You can't get them in packs. Okay, direct damage. This deck has it, but not enough. So it comes with 2 shocks. For 1 red mana, deal 2 damage to any target. Well, so I'm going to take out 2 of the Sarkhan's Whelp for 2 more shocks. Sarkhan's Whelp is an exclusive card to this deck, but actually it's pretty bad, so I'm taking it out. There were 3 of them. I'm taking out all 3 by Whelp and putting in another Electrify so that I can have here 3 Electrifies for 4 mana, deal 4 damage to target creature. So take out those little critters. I've got Lightning Strike for 2 mana, deal 3 damage to any target. So again, creature, planeswalker, player. 2 of those. Actually, I want to take out the Trumpet Blast and add another Lightning Strike. And I want to take out the Fiery Finish and add another Lightning Strike. A lot of direct damage there. I'm going to keep the Sarkhan's Dragonfire. For 5 mana, you get a sorcery that it deals 3 damage to any target, and then it lets you look at the top 5 cards from your library. You may reveal a red card from among them, put it into your hand at the bottom of your library in any order. So filter out your next draw a little bit there. And then another, that was an exclusive card only found in this Planeswalker deck. And another exclusive card is the Kargan Dragon Rider. Horrible card, get that out of here. Instead, I'm going to change it up completely. All 4 of them will be replaced with a playset of Lightning Mare. For 2 red mana, you get a 3/1 Elemental Horse, which cannot be countered, so those blue mages are held at bay. And Lightning Mare can't be blocked by blue creatures. So get them out of here, and then for 1 and a red, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So recycling the mana cost you use there gives you a 5/1 creature on the 3rd turn, on the turn right after summoning it. Very nice. If you've got your Motivator, you can make it attack right away too. So 4 of those. And then that takes us to the jewel of the deck, which is Sarkhan Dragonsoul Planeswalker. For 6 mana, you get a Planeswalker with 5 loyalty, +2. Sarkhan deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature your opponent controls. I love that. So, especially in a multiplayer game, you could be doing a lot of board wiping with their little creatures. -3. Sarkhan deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker, so some direct damage to a planeswalker or to a player. And the ultimate, -9. Search your library for any number of dragon creature cards. Put them into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So imagine ultimating him and suddenly having all 4 of your volcanic dragons attacking haste 4/4 each. Wow. Very nice. Let's talk sideboard. So, for any pesky artifacts, you can't go wrong with sideboarding in Smelt. For 1 red mana, destroy target artifact. Simple, direct, chaotic. That's red. So a full playset of that. To sort of change the character of the deck and make it more about chaos, fire, and passion, you could put in a set of 4 Tectonic Rifts. Just got 2 here as an example. But for 4 mana, it's a sorcery. Destroy target land. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. So with this, you'll be really messing with your opponent. They can't cast spells if they don't have mana. And lastly, for the sideboard, let me come back to what I mentioned over here. We've got Treason and Thud. Okay, so I like Treason, but I took it out of the main deck. Let's check it out. Sorcery, 3 mana. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. For the sideboard, I want a full playset of that. Now, the reason is stealing your opponent's creatures and using them to beat them with their own creature is amazing. But then the combo comes in with Thud. Then, after you active treason the opponent's creatures, 1 red mana, sorcery, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Thud deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. So, steal their creatures. Steal that Galta that they just summoned. Attack back with it for 12 damage. Then when you're done with it, sacrifice it and deal 12 damage to any target. This is an amazing combo for this deck. And this might even be the main deck if you want. Full 4 playset of Thud and full 4 playset of Act of Treason. I wouldn't mind putting it in the deck. Got it in the sideboard for game 2. Really trick them and be chaotic. So there you go. There is my upgrade for Sarkhan Dragonsoul Magic Core Set 2019 Planeswalker deck. I think it's a very chaotic and fiery, passionate deck with a lot of direct damage and dragons. What do you think? How would you improve it? Would you put in the Active Treason and Thud combo in the main deck? Or would you save it for sideboarding? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share this video. It really helps me out. Also, it helps me out if you go on over to patreon.com/vmcampos. For as little as $1 a month, you get exclusive content related to Magic, comic books, all that fun stuff. I think it's worth it. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you on Dominaria.